Hey, welcome back to Jazz Time. JazzTime.com is an online store that buys, sells, and trades authentic luxury watches. We make these videos so you can easily choose the best watches for yourself in the comfort of your own home. We offer the lowest prices anywhere online, and if you'd like to know the price, simply click on the links in the description below. We greatly appreciate it if you purchase your next watch from us at JazzTime.com. Today we'll be going over an IWC Schaffhausen IW501001, a big pilot's watch, excuse me, in a stainless steel case and black calfskin strap. Alright, so we'll be doing an unboxing first to show you what you get in the box. Okay, so opening it up, we have the little case here for the watch itself. There's also a little drawer here that has, the warranty as well, a little certification for the strap, and of course all of the booklets necessary to go with that watch. Okay, so I'm going to put all of these in here because there's really not much to say about, the warranty is a warranty, certainly. Okay, and now onto the watch itself. Let me lower you down here. Okay, and here it is in a plastic wrap there. There's also a little pillow that it comes around, okay, and a little hang tags here, so I'll cut that off real quick. Okay, so hang tag 1 and hang tag 2 removed, and peeling off this little plastic here, and there's your watch with the black dial and the power reserve at the 3 o'clock position. Okay, now let me set all this stuff down here and let me clear my area. Place it all back nicely in here. Okay, now here is the watch, the Big Pilot's watch, reference number 501001. Again, all stainless steel case. The diameter measures 46.2 millimeters, right? So quite a thick boy, quite chunky as well at 15.5 millimeters. And you wouldn't really expect anything less because this is an aviator watch. It's a pilot's watch. It's made to be large, really easy to read, fully utilitarian, not really going much for style, but as you'll get into this video, you'll see that there's, quite a bit of style actually to go with this. All right, and the lug to lug distance I personally measured is about, let's see, I believe I wrote it down here. It was 56 millimeters. That's a huge watch to go on the wrist, especially mine, which is a 7.25 or 7.5 inch wrist, depending on the day, of course. But that's quite a large feat to accomplish here. All right. Now, the way that this all works is that it has a water resistance down to 60 meters, right? So, or 6 bar, that's 60 meters underwater. So, surface swimmable at most. Definitely wash your hands while you can wear this watch, but you don't really need to do much more than that. Again, you're going to be up in the air with this or on land. You're not going to be diving with this. It's not really made for diving. All right, now, taking a look at the overall finishing here, we have mostly brush finishing all along the sides, but there's a tiny little, let me see if I can zoom in here, the tiniest high polish on that tiny bevel on those lugs that sort of flares outward as it reaches the terminal there. All right, so it's a very, very nice touch from IWC to put that tiny bit that sort of outlines the profile, the side profiles, as well as the front, when you're viewing it from just about any angle. Taking a look at the dial here, there's not really much of a bezel to talk about here. It's a brush finish along the side, matches that of the case with a high polish ring to sort of highlight or give a bit of an outline almost to the dial, right? Again, a glare-proof sapphire crystal. It's slightly domed on the front, right? You can't really feel it, but it's certainly there. It's a very, very slight dome on the top, okay? And looking at the dial, black dial, and it also has applied luminescence for all of those numbers. We have Arabic numerals going all the way around, the 12 being the IWC logo there. There's a date at the 6 o'clock, taking up the number 6, so it's very nicely balanced. The only sort of sense of imbalance you would get would be this power reserve that goes actually all the way up to 7 days, right? And taking a look at how this works, we can simply unwind the crown to the first position and winding it clockwise, as you can see, increases that power reserve all the way up, right? And as I continue to rotate this, the damping is building up, but very, very slowly. So if you can't see the power reserve that well, or maybe you're busy, you know, keeping a lookout because you're flying your plane, you can just sort of feel the power reserve go up with that sort of mechanical, that haptic feedback, sort of very minute, but you can definitely feel it. The damping is starting to go up noticeably for me. Really hard to demonstrate that. You'd actually have to do it yourself, right? But note that the power reserve has gone all the way up to 7 days, all right? And so that's how it works. And pull it out to the next position. You can, I believe, change the date by rotating it counterclockwise, rotating the crown counterclockwise, and it's about a half turn, or somewhere between a quarter turn and a half turn to advance the date by one. It may actually be a full half turn. So the throw is pretty large, but with a crown this big, you're not going to have any trouble advancing the date forward. Okay? Really simple there. Pull the crown out to the final position, and note that it hacks that seconds hand with that very nice counterweight to the back there. It gives it sort of that aerodynamic look, and doing so allows you to then move the minute hand to any sort of position precisely, so you can then press the crown all the way back in, wind it tightly back against the case to ensure that 60 meters of water resistance. Right, and now I did say that this does have a luminescent coating on the numbers. All right, so turning out the lights, you can actually see, well, not luminescence on the numbers themselves, but the triangle at the 12 o'clock with these index markers at the 12, 6, 3, and 9, as well as the hour hands and minute hand. They glow very, very brightly. They're almost clipping my highlights here on my camera. So yeah, you can see it very clearly, and as long as I would assume that if you are wearing a watch like this, you would know the positions of all the hour hands. So it would be relatively easy to read the time, even in the dark. All right, and so, excuse me, when it comes to all of those features together, what makes this all work? It's the IWC in-house movement, the 52110 caliber. It's an automatic self-winding caliber that goes up to 168 hours of power reserve. As you can see on the dial, it goes up to 7 days. It beats at a frequency of 28,800 vibrations per hour, or 4 hertz, matching that of, the highest beat watches, say, Rolex, or even the highest, the creme de la creme of, say, Audemars Piguet or even Patek Philippe. All right. It also has a total of 31 joules with 257 total parts. It also has the Côte de Genève on the movement, but you can't see it, unfortunately. And actually taking a look at this case back here, it does have an image of the airplane that really, signifies that it is certainly for aviation or aviators, because this is entirely a practical watch. It's not there necessarily for dress. However, you do have this leather strap, calfskin leather strap. So it does have a bit of luxury. It can be used very well within, say, the airline industry, for example, or any sort of official business where glancing at the watch is all you need, and having the ability to grab the time or understand where you are with your power reserve, that's all you really need. With this sort of watch, that's what you will certainly get. All right, and when it comes to this strap, it's a bit thick, but it's made to weather the storm. It's made to go through the air. It's made to withstand anything. It's very thick, but that doesn't mean it isn't bendable. It's very, very comfortable, actually. And also looking at the pin buckle here, it is a deployment buckle, fold over, single fold over, with stainless steel, brushing on the front with a little bit of a almost sandblasted look for that IWC logo. High polish again along the bevel there to give it that really nice highlighted look. All right, and I'm not going to guess at my personal wrist size here, so I'm just going to throw it on and tell you how it feels. Okay, so now this is actually quite large for me, but Again, this watch is a chunker. It's large. 56 millimeters lug to lug in height. That's a very tall boy, and certainly on my wrist 7.25 to 7.5 inches in circumference, about average for my build. It's huge, but seeing the way that the lugs work, they sort of cut in, or they more extend out rather from the case body, which hugs the dial. And so you do get a good framing actually of the leather straps on either side, even though, you know, you could have a tiny wrist like mine in comparison to a watch of this size. Again, 15.6 millimeters in thickness. You're not going to get this under a suit cuff easily, but if you're flying, if you're doing official business, you know, you're really busy, you're going out and actually getting into the field, you're probably not going to be wearing a dress suit with a watch like this. This is purely utilitarian. This is for people who need to get out. This is a very good everyday watch even, you know, for anyone who is looking to get, you know, into a very easy to read watch. You may not have, you know, the best vision, but certainly this watch will deliver. All right. So when it comes to the overall weight, it's actually pretty light for how it looks. It almost seems, it feels as if this would have been made of titanium, but IWC made this entirely out of stainless steel. So for its size, very light. That's not to say that you don't notice it, because the counterweight of all of this leather, the calfskin leather, with the tiny bit of steel that you get in the clasp here, does not really counter the weight of this watch all that much, but I can't knock anyone out with this. This is a very light watch for what it is, for the size even as well. All right. Also note that the some extra features I forgot to go over. The inside of the case actually also protects from magnetic fields. So very important, and very, very important if you are, you know, traveling through the air or traveling a lot. There could be any, you know, some disturbances in magnetic fields. Who knows? Anything could happen, but you don't want the time to be affected by that. And, you know, so while the movement itself doesn't have any sort of, you know, coating within their springs, the case itself is protection against, you know, the elements for the movement. So enough of what I think. What do you think about this watch? Do you have any sort of use that you can think of for an aviator watch like this? I personally don't really see much of an appeal, but I'd love to see you prove me wrong down in the comments below. Let me know, like, why would you buy an aviator watch? Of course, if you are, you know, unable to see very well, maybe you could be legally blind, but you can still wear a watch like this for, you know, it has that excellent wrist presence. It makes it seem that you know, and you certainly do know your stuff if you're wearing something like this. The IWC Big Pilot 50101 model, entirely stainless steel, black calfskin strap with a width of 22 millimeters, by the way, as well. All right, so let us know down in the comments below. Would you wear this watch, and what would you wear it for? And be sure to hit that like button, as it really helps our channel out. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that bell notification so you can be notified when we go live with another video. And as always, if you'd like to purchase this watch or any other watch like it, discontinued, current production like this one, even one with a power reserve, visit our site, jazztime.com. Links in the description below.
If you want to find out more about the watch you just saw in the video, you can just click below on Show More to see the full description. Then you can check the link next to model as seen in video, click on it, and you will get to the proper page where you can see all the details. If you're watching on a mobile phone, you have to click on the arrow down on the right hand side below the video to see the full description. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you would like to share this video with your friends, you can use the share button below and share it on any platform you like. If you have questions, constructive feedback, want to tell us about some mistakes or misspeaks, just write a comment below. If you want to see more videos like this, you should subscribe to our channel and visit our channel page where you can find all the videos. And if you're interested in a specific watch brand, you can check out our playlists. If you want to check the price for a watch or want to buy one, remember at jazztime.com you always get a steep discount, so you should check the prices with us. If you want to know the price for a specific watch, just go to Google, type in Jazz Time, plus the brand, model, and the details you're interested in, and Google will find the right page for you. Thank you for watching.